Hello there YouTube, it's Gojira Prime with another Transformers video review, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Universe Heavyload with Minicon partner Drillbit. Now this is a figure that is a repaint of a figure originally from the Transformers Cybertron line known as Quick Mix, and it was released in the 2008 Universe line. Now, Quick Mix himself, Heavyload himself, is a kind of, or is meant to be, a alien construction vehicle. He's not a Constructicon because he's not green and combines and anything like that, but he is a Decepticon construction vehicle. Now, the figure itself is just a straightforward repaint of the original character, but this time it comes with a Decepticon logo, and obviously the color scheme is a little bit different as well. And he does come with his partner here, Drillbit, who is in more traditional Constructicon colors. Now, just taking a look at the figure itself, the bulk of the figure is orange at the front and on the sides here. You have a bit of this military green color, I guess you could say, on the top, and you have the cement mixer section here, which does not rotate, but it does in fact open up to reveal a weapon inside, which was the gimmick as part of the Cybertron line. I did have the cyber key for this figure, but unfortunately I don't know where it is at this particular moment in time. All the wheels do spin on the figure, and they all are just straightforward molded plastic. You do have some nice little details here, like the fuel tanks that are painted a different color. You can see the character's head at the rear here. But all in all, it's a fairly simple vehicle mode. You've also got some smokestacks either side, here and here. I'm not sure what this is meant to be at the front of the vehicle. Maybe some sort of, or it's meant to represent some sort of winch. In robot mode, these are actually the feet for the character. But all in all, it's a nice little vehicle. Some nice molded details all over. But just, very, very simple, which is pretty common for a lot of figures from the early 2000s, which isn't necessarily a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. The figure plays great, transforms simply, and looks good on the shelf, in my opinion. So, yeah, it rolls very nicely. And that's about it. So I'll just pause the video and we'll get the figure transformed into robot mode. Okay, so now we have Heavyload in his robot mode, but just before I go over the robot mode, I just wanted to come back to his Minicon partner, Drillbit, who I didn't really pay much attention to just before. Now, Drillbit, as I said, is colored in slightly more traditional Decepticon colors in that he is all green. Now, exactly what type of vehicle this guy is meant to be, I honestly do not know. I'm guessing it's some sort of mini laser tank or something. It is a little odd, to say the least, but it's quite interesting for a Minicon, at least. Anyway, I don't have a lot of Minicons in my collection, but this is one of the first ones I did get. It's not too bad to look at. It's got some translucent orange pieces on the tip, and one translucent orange piece here. The transformation sequence for Drillbit is actually, very, very simple, being a Minicon. You just pull down the legs, rotate this section here, close it in here, and there you have Drillbit. To be honest, for a Minicon, it's not bad. It's got a fairly decent, if I can get him up close enough and it stays in focus. Yeah, there we go. It's got a fairly decent face sculpt. Very, very limited articulation. The arms just move up and down, and the legs just move forward. And the legs actually have quite decent articulation. They've got a bit of a knee joint there. Just to compare him with a modern day Target Master, Battle Master, whatever they're called these days. He's about the same height. Obviously, this is a lot more detail, but has a lot less articulation. This is not as detailed, but has better articulation than its modern counterpart, which is quite strange. But yeah, he's not a bad little Minicon. Now, Heavyload in robot mode, I really do quite like. He's quite large, quite bulky. He's got a very nice bad guy vibe to him, I think is the best way I can say it. Now, I have been able to force open his cement mixer section, and you can see the missile in here for it. The missile does come out. You can shoot it out. I've just pulled it out. It's been that long since I've played around with this thing. I can't actually remember how you actually get the missile to fire. But yeah, it's, you know, you can see all the vehicle bits and pieces on the figure, but they all mold in very, very well. Everything folds away nicely enough for it. It's not, you don't get a great amount of posability with the figure. If you do splay the legs apart like this, he does become a bit unruly. But if you have the ability to flatten his feet out in order so he can stand up a bit better. And I think he's actually meant to be static in this pose, to be honest. But I prefer him like this, so he does get a bit, his shoulders do go a bit higher. But it's got a very nice face sculpt as well. On the figure, it does have some nice light piping abilities. But yeah, all in all, quite a nice robot mode. And vehicle mode. And the Universe line of 2008 had a lot of these repaints in it. I think I've got most of them. I'm missing one, maybe two of them. But the Universe line from 2008 had a lot of Cybertron repaints in it. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Just to do a few size comparisons, here he is next to Titan's Return Legend class Beachcomber. Now this figure, by the way, is meant to be a Voyager class figure for the time period. Obviously the sizes have changed a bit since then. So there he is next to a Legends class figure from a more modern line. And then here he is next to the Classics Starscream. So quite a bit bigger than a modern era deluxe figure. And finally, here he is next to Thrilling 30s Jetfire. So a bit of a size difference there as well. So, all in all, it's a nice figure. It's a decent figure. I like the color scheme. It has a very different look to it from a lot of more modern figures, I think. And I think it's enjoyable. I haven't seen this figure on eBay or anywhere else for quite a while now, although I've not been actively searching for all the Universe class figures, if I am honest. But if you do get a chance to get him, and he is at a decent price, you know, I wouldn't probably pay too much for this figure now. I'd recommend getting the guy. It looks nice on the shelf. It looks good with other more modern era figures as well. And if you do get a chance to get him, I do think it is worth it. So that's my very quick look and review of the Heavyload figure from the 2008 Universe line. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you again soon.